My 35 male, wife 34 female wants to cancel the divorce after finding out about a new woman 24 female. I was seeing. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My 35 male, wife 34 female, wants to cancel the divorce after finding out about a new woman, 24 female, I was seeing. My wife and I have been married since 2008. I am 34, and she is 35. There has been a lot of conflict in our marriage. From the start of our union felt like we jumped into things a little too soon. We had only dated for 6 months prior to getting married. And we had our daughter shortly after. My wife felt that she fell behind in a life game of having children, getting married, so she wanted to play catch up on life. This too caused a lot of conflicts because we initially planned before getting married that we would wait at least a year before trying for kids. However, my wife admitted to me later that she went off birth control a month before the wedding. However, despite our initial fighting, we managed to keep our relationship afloat. However, it seemed that after we convinced for our second child, my wife lost all interests in sex. She would often make excuses to go to bed early. It got to a point where I felt like we were roommates. However, it didn't really want to be the one to have our children grow up in a broken home. About 3 months ago, my wife pretty much dropped the ball. She said that she agrees that we rushed the things and she doesn't think there is chemistry between us. I kind of was happy that she did it because I knew I wasn't going to be the one to pull the trigger. We didn't file divorce proceedings, but we did start sleeping in separate beds. And it was accepted that things were over. From my office, there was always this girl that looked up to me. I was her supervisor when she interned in college. She asked me to join her for lunch a couple times before, and this time when I saw her, I accepted her offer. She started talking a good bit. I wanted to see her outside of work, so I went on a date with her. Prior to doing so, I ran by my wife and asked her if she was okay with this, but if she wanted me to wait till after the divorce was done, I'd understand. I guess it took her by surprise, but she accepted. We went on a date together, had a good time. When I got home, I went to sleep, but my wife woke me up and started asking about how it went. I told her it was fun and tried to leave at it. But she was really curious, not in an angry way, either just purely curious. Things started to get weird after that. My wife woke me up by sitting on the top of me and grinding her crotch on mine. Throughout the day, she started asking me for a picture of what she looks like, so that way, she knows if it's someone dangerous I am letting into my life who might hurt our kids. I told her her name, and I guess she found pictures of her on FB. After that, she got obsessed with her. When her friends were over, I overheard her trolling them her FB account and talking about how pretty the girl is. My wife also said she isn't sure about us breaking up. When I went to go to sleep, my wife jumped in the bed with me and keep trying to fool around with me. I feel as if the only reason she has found such interests in me again is because I found someone else. I went to our children to grow up in a two-parent household, but I feel like this is just a ploy. I feel that my wife doesn't really have any interest in me.